Welcome to our week 4 videos. This week we're focused on our first chunk of statistical inference. So this is the first time we're going to be talking about making connections between sample data and the population from which that sample was pooled. Statistical inference is commonly used to do two specific things. First, we can use statistical inference to estimate an unknown population value using sample data from that population. Or we can test a claim about a population using sample data. We're going to start with estimation in week 4, and that's all we're doing this week. The remainder of the class, weeks 5 through 7, are going to be about testing claims, because that's very common. We're going to be using our knowledge of sampling distributions and probability, or the likelihood that something will happen, to make these statistical inferences. So everything that we learned in weeks 2 and 3 is going to be coming back around for weeks 4 through 7. So let's do a really quick review of the important parts of a sampling distribution. So we know that there are two things that are true about a sampling distribution. We expect that the mean of the sampling distribution is equal to the mean of the population, and we expect that the standard deviation of the sampling distribution is smaller than the standard deviation of the population. Because if we're looking at means, it averages out those extreme values and squishes everything in towards the middle, making the distribution of sampling data less spread out than the distribution of raw data. Specifically, we know that the standard deviation of the sampling distribution is equal to the standard deviation of the population divided by the square root of the sample size. So the mean of the sampling is equal to the mean. The standard deviation of the sampling is equal to the standard deviation over square root of n. We're going to see these patterns over and over again. The mean of the sampling distribution of proportions should be equal to the population proportion. The mean of a sampling distribution of standard deviations should be equal to the population standard deviation. We see that pattern over and over and over again. We're going to focus specifically on means and on proportions. Next time, we'll start talking about one of the two types of estimates, which are point estimates. A reminder that if you have any questions, you can always reach me via email, or I'm available during office hours on Tuesday and Thursday. The office hours are posted in the syllabus, and the link is posted in Canvas. See you next time.